Welcome back from our little holiday break we took.
Felt like a while, right?
Yeah. I am Ari Limas,
And
a.k.a. Ari.
Ashley, hello.
How's it?
As we say here in Hawaii, how's
Yeah.
it?
So, Ashley, how's it going?
I know, we haven't seen each other. Okay, so obviously the holidays came around. I didn't do any traveling, but a lot of people we work with did a lot of traveling, and Ari's one of them.
Including
he went
myself.
away. So, we took a little bit of time off from recording so that we could, do some family stuff and kind of get back to basics.
Yep.
It was really nice here. Like, I was still able to work, while everyone was gone, but a lot of people traveled. So, like, there was a lot of people not doing business. It was almost like a little staycation that I got to have with my family. So,
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm away, I'm still working, by the way.
Yeah, same. Yeah, we did consultations together. He's, like, across the country. We still doing consultations.
Which is no problem, which is the beauty of kind of the lender side of it, because I can just be remote.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. But I did go home to Boston, Beantown, shout out to Boston, and visited my wonderful family I hadn't seen in about 3 years. So that was awesome.
That's great, man.
It was really good.
I'll tell you what, I've been to Boston once, and the pizza.
Oh.
I'm from Philly, New Jersey. I was born and raised in Philly. We moved to Jersey, and, like, that's the pizza mecca. I love pizza. Raised on it. And I've had pizza in Boston, and it's good. It competes with those other states.
It's up there. So one of my favorite pizzas, not to get off track because we're here to educate you guys.
Yeah, well, let's talk about our holiday a little bit.
But, my favorite pizza is actually in Connecticut. It's delicious.
No, I've had some fire pizza all in that area because everything's so close, right? And, like, everywhere I go, I gotta have a slice. Like, I gotta have a slice.
I love pizza. So I took my girlfriend, who's never been to Boston before, to Regina's Pizza, which is one of the more famous. And I was like, I remember taking the first bite back, and I was like, yep, this is it.
Yeah, I'm here, baby.
This is it. Because no offense to people that make pizza here in Hawaii, but just hits different.
It's not the same. I love pizza. I still eat it, don't get me wrong, but
yeah, I mean, of course.
East Coast pizza, it's nothing like it.
It's
you gotta go to the Northeast.
The water.
The water. Where I'm from is water.
The water.
Also, we're not usually, enjoying ourselves in such a manner when we're here, but we're recording on a Friday evening this time.
Happy Aloha Friday.
We're normally here on middle of the week in the morning.
9 a.m.'s nighttime?
Yeah. So we're enjoying ourselves today.
Yep.
But we also have some big news.
Yeah, new
from
year.
This guy right here.
New me. And some cool stuff. So we changed parent companies to Loan Depot, which I think is a great move. I mean, there's a lot of products that we didn't have before. I know that there's different systems that we're using that are awesome, which I love it, and it's incredible. So I'm excited, and I'm excited to help more people this year.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
So you moved parent companies. So can we talk about that a little bit? Because, this is something that happens to people, right? Like, we had a few clients in contract already when this came up. Yeah. So that's why I was like, let's just talk about it.
So still shout out to, the other company we're with. I'm not going to mention any names.
Yeah, you don't really have to anymore.
Yeah. So, but now, being with Loan Depot and that transition, I had some loans with the old company, and they were very gracious in, the smooth process of moving us over. But it just means, we're changing parent lenders, essentially. Right. So we're still the same people. We're still in the same location in Kaka'ako, but now we just have a little bit more support, a little bit better system, and it's all for the better.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
From my side, it feels like a strong move. It just feels like you have more options for my clients, which is, a really big deal. It just creates a space for them where you have a little bit more options, and you just have, it pretty much just means you can help more people,
Yeah. I can other widen
needs
my umbrella.
that you weren't necessarily able to tend to before, now you can. So, and come on, you're being modest here. Now,
No.
You guys are the largest lender in the state.
That's right. For Loan Depot. Shout out to Loan Depot. Shout out to everybody in the office.
So that was a big move, you know?
Yeah, it was awesome. You know, a lot of times in your career, you do lateral moves, but our big boss, Jeff Howard, shout out to him. He's always got our best intentions in mind wherever we go. So shout out to Loan Depot and Jeff Howard for, steering us in the right direction.
Yeah.
Which is cool, So I'm excited, and it's kind of perfect timing because it's like the new year,
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that you hit the ground running.
Yeah, already taken off. You're done.
Yeah,
you're almost on cruise control now.
I never on cruise control.
I think that's the other side of it, right? Is like there's like a lot of new stuff to learn because you're using new systems and things like that. So like there's a little bit of a learning curve there, but it's all generally the same.
I mean, just it's learning different systems, which is anywhere you go to a new job, you're going to learn their system, correct?
Right.
But the system's great. I mean, as far as I'm seeing so far, it's pretty easy, pretty integrated. Even the borrower side of it is pretty cool, where we can kind of tap into sharing their screen if they're having problems. I remember one time we had a client, they couldn't digitally sign something, and you were there with them. Mm-hmm. So now I can literally just say, hey, can you share your screen?
That's great.
And I can tell you exactly what to do.
Yeah. It worked out last time because we were together when the issue was happening. But, I mean, if I'm not with them, then what? I mean, I spend a lot of time with my clients.
Yeah, true.
But let's be real.
Yeah. Not a lot of people are right there because half the time they're sitting at home on their couch. Yeah. You're not sitting there with them on their couch. I mean, you could
usually when they're taking care of their loan docs, it's when they have some downtime. Mm-hmm. And I know that's for me. I'm chilling in my living room. Maybe got the TV going, the kids are playing, and I'm, just trying to knock out all my little housekeepings for you.
Yep, the admin side of things.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I know it's going to be a great year.
Yeah.
I mean, I woke up the other day and I was like, whew. Like, I had a big trip to Boston for seeing my family. It's like a big emotional dump, and then like still working, and then I came back and like kind of regulated my sleep and my time, and I was like, whew, like this is gonna be a great year.
Yeah,
and I'm excited.
Yeah,
and we get some clients and things like that, which is always awesome. And just working with the people I work with, I know that this year is gonna be even better than last year.
Oh my God, last year was great, but you're right. I know I'm going to have a better year this year.
I'm excited.
Like in every way, I'm just going to have a better year this year. Yep. Last year, I had a really great year, but I was lining myself up a lot for things to happen for me, right? So we're in this new year, which ultimately doesn't necessarily mean anything, but we live on a year-to-year, month-to-month basis. And everything we go over, right, is always like, how'd you do this month? How'd you do it? And those equal a year. And then now you're fresh.
And also
from hero to zero.
Exactly. And also in my mind, I'm always thinking like months ahead.
Yeah.
Because you talk to a client like, hey, what's your time frame? They're like, oh, we want to get in as soon as possible. As soon as possible could be a week.
Right.
Or maybe a month from now. So then you're kind of working your schedule on where the attention goes to where, with obviously, cater to everyone, but some people like, oh yeah, I want to do it in 6 months. So you set up a 3-month appointment.
Right.
Or you just kind of test the temperature and like, hey, I found this, or rates went down, or whatever it was.
Yep. It's a cool process. But the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I think that this happens. It's not uncommon for this kind of thing to happen, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you might see lenders making a move like you guys did. Sometimes you might see the realtor jumping, like you might see someone go from like Coldwell Banker to like Remax or something like that.
Yep.
And I think it's like important to kind of talk about the fact that like as a client, many times it doesn't usually really mean anything to you except for that your experience is going to get better. So
exactly.
Like if you hear that from your realtor, don't feel like, hey, why didn't you tell me? Or from your lender, like, hey, why didn't you tell me? Like a lot of times, especially I think in this scenario, kind of the deal you guys are working out, you can't really talk about it, right?
Right.
I mean, I've never had to do anything like that myself. Mm-hmm. But for you, I know you guys probably couldn't really talk about it, right? But it's important to like let everyone know like everything is fine, we're all good, and if you're in this business, you have to have some level of customer service, and with that comes like the care that you have for your clients, right? You care about your clients. You're not going to make this move if this is going to make things worse for them.
Right.
You're only going to do it if things are going to maintain the same or get better, right?
Yeah.
So, and I would say even get better, because maintain the same is like, why even go through the hassle?
No lateral moves,
you know,
only
like,
up.
only up, yeah.
Which is cool, because, you know, and you think of it like, as you say it like that, you know, it's kind of, you have the best interest of your client, and then ultimately yourself, right?
Right.
Take care, number one, and take care of your clients, and then you just continually grow.
Right.
And that's part of growing, you know?
Right.
So it's just, you know, you got to keep going, leveling up, and that's kind of how it goes in life. And there's steps that people take, you know? It's the same thing in the process of buying a home. You know, we got to do this step, that step, and you get to your goals.
So what else in this new year are you looking forward to, man? Have you set any goals or anything like that for the new year to kind of get you to that next level?
To be honest with you, I want to be a lot more organized. I know it's everybody's thing, you know, but in business, to have a good business and to be able to just hear a name and then look at something and be like, oh yeah, these people, this, or somebody calls me and it's like, hey, it's so-and-so, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? I don't have to like dig in my head and be like, oh, what's this? It's just like, okay, I've been looking at this all throughout the week. This is what their updates are, and just kind of like, and also start sending them to you guys, to the realtors.
Yeah.
So when we do, let's just say we did like, you know, 4 pre-quals that week, at the end of the week, I'm going to say, oh, I talked to these people.
Right.
This is what their status is. Maybe like do some sort of shareable document.
Right.
Which is cool. So
That
just
is cool.
being more organized and just being more transparent with everything that's going on.
That's cool. That's a good goal.
What about you?
For me, I'm trying to double my production this year.
Oh, that's a given.
Yeah, I'm trying to double it. You know, it was my first year, so the first couple months, like my first year being licensed, I should say. So the first couple months was, I don't want to say a learning curve, but, you know, I'm getting my stuff together. Like, you know,
Of course.
I'm pushing to do sales, but I'm also, like, getting my LLC straight, and I just have, like, all these little admin functions that I kind of had to take care of a lot last year. And that took some time and some of my efforts away from, like, you know, doing what I got to do to sell more houses, you know. But I got to do those things to, like, be okay and stay in business.
So is there a number you want to hit, or?
Like total sales.
Do you want to do total sales, or do you want to do more production?
I'm looking at that total number. I'm not really a volume type person. I'm more of a gross type person. At the end of the day, that's usually what matters anyway.
Right.
You could sell 20 houses, but if you made $1, you're probably Donald Trump and you gave it away. Because, like, you know, it doesn't really matter, or you're really gracious, you know?
True.
One or the other.
Yeah.
So that's a big one for me. And I'm also working on starting a team with my business partner, Cindy. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Cindy, shout out to Cindy.
Yeah. So we named our team the Malama Group.
What is that?
Malama in Hawaiian means to take care. Really, just like it's
That's
exactly what we like pride ourselves on. So it was only natural that we use that name.
I like that.
It's pretty exciting. Yeah, we got some new agents under our wing, and excited to show them, you know, the business and teach them everything that I've learned so far, not only in this business, but obviously I have a rich sales background, so that's a huge advantage that my team members will have. But really, it's like, we're partners at this point. If you're on my team, like, we're business partners now, because I'm bouncing all the ideas off of you, and hopefully you'll bounce all your ideas off me. Yeah,
which is great. I mean, I think that's really important. I know everyone has this, like, idea of, you know, New Year's resolutions. Like, that's great. You know, everybody, I want to lose 20 pounds. I mean, everybody wants to lose 20 pounds, you know. Like,
who wouldn't? I mean, except me.
I mean, I don't advise you to lose 20. Maybe gain,
I could use 20
gain
pounds.
like 10, maybe some muscle. You know. Nah, I'm just kidding. But I think in our business, it's important to set goals. Yeah. And attainable goals, too. Like, you know, I want to be, you know, a trillionaire next month. That doesn't make any sense. You know, unless
let's do something you can actually work towards.
Exactly.
An attainable goal is going to give you that motivation to get up every day and put your pants on and go out of the house, you know. Yeah.
So that's another thing I want to do, is kind of set goals. Yeah. Daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals. So that way you're kind of like hitting each checkpoint and making successful goals and reaching them is really, I think, is one thing that I want to do, and in my personal life, in my business life, and just to make sure that I'm hitting those goals every day. Like you said, it gives you a reason to get out of bed in the morning.
Right.
Like, hey, I did, 5 things on my list of 7. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It is. It's a motivation. And, like, for me, like, what I started doing a couple years ago, like, I was in my 20s, so I was reckless. I would just go in and be like, I want to sell the most without any, like, stats or, like, anything, like. But now I actually like to, at the end of the year, I mean, I do it quarterly, but at the end of the year when I'm preparing for my goals for next year, because I'm already, before we get to January, I'm already coming up with my goals. I'm already making a plan. So, one way that I do it, and I know a lot of people do it this way, but this is one of those growth mindset things that I've grown into over time is, looking at the overall numbers from my previous year. And I'm talking like all the statistics, like where did I get this client from? How did we meet? And, how long were we talking before they bought a house? And, I like to get a little nerdy with it. And overall, what did I gross? What did I net? And how many units did we do? And all of that. And that really helps me come up with my goals for the next year, because it gives a really clear picture of everything that I've done and I've spent my time on, and what was worth it, time and money on, and what was worth it, what wasn't, and how can I make that production more. And that's really how I'm coming up with the number that I want to double my production. It's not a guess. It's something that I genuinely think that I can knock that out,
Yeah, I kind of am doing the same thing. I've always kind of been like you, like just like do as much as I can and not really worry about it. Like,
well, I'm kind of gifted and kind of blessed in some areas. So, in my younger years, maybe even a little more arrogant, Yeah. Like, I don't need all those numbers. I'm good without it.
I know my numbers. Like,
yeah.
But it's good to have a grasp of what your business is. And if you want it to be a longevity thing, you can see how your production either hopefully grows every year, but you can see maybe you had a down year and how can you fix that. I think that's very important in terms of this type of business, because it's a lot of the times agents or lenders or whatever, it's like flash in the pan.
Right.
They do it for a year or two and they're like done.
Right. And I like to look at the numbers like that too. It really paints a clear picture for you, right? Like, you can really see, like, it's hard to make excuses when it's all on paper because it's facts,
Can't argue with facts.
Sometimes
it is what it is.
A deal might fall through, and my self-talk becomes like, well, this happened and that happened, and then I'm getting to the point where I'm quicker at realizing, like, that's just an excuse. You need to do better, like, like, it is what it is.
It's and just like everybody that's listening, just like set those goals, and like I said, have them attainable goals.
The biggest thing is having an attainable goal. Don't give yourself something so easy to get that, like, anyone could do it, because that's set something that's for yourself a little bit of a challenge to get to, but not so much so that it's like completely out of reach. You know? And that's the first step to being successful.
Because I mean, I don't know for you, probably for you, but I'm my biggest critic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like to practice good self-talk, but at the end of the day, I'm hard on myself.
I'm actually very hard on myself.
Yeah. Like, I expect perfection out of myself all the time.
Like, if I were dating myself, I would have broke up with myself. That's literally how bad I talk about myself sometimes.
Oh, my God. No, I don't talk bad about myself anymore.
Well, that's one thing I want to work on, too.
You should. That's huge, man. Like,
I don't swear at myself anymore.
I could work on that. I could work on that.
That was a lie.
But I do love myself too. So
I'm a passionate lover. So if I'm passionate about loving myself and other people, then it's But like, again, going back to it and just kind of this being one of the first episodes of this year.
Well, it is the first episode.
Yeah, that's true. 2023.
2023, baby.
My advice to people is just set attainable goals and be realistic and stick to them. It's people talk about New Year's resolutions and it's a month later, like you see the spike in gym memberships, and then like 3 months later it's gone.
No, like we went to the gym January 2nd. It was packed. Literally January 4th, there was like no one. There was like no one.
But then you see all the gym commercials too, like Planet Fitness and everything. They're like, "Oh, come join $1 down," and you know, I like to support that. I call it a charity because I haven't been to the gym in like
just have that.
Planet Fitness
Well,
here.
I'm
in
so
Hawaii.
bad. I have 2 gym memberships just because some of my friends go to
Oh
one,
my
but I really
goodness.
like to work out at the other. So like.
I need to work out. That's one of my things.
Yeah, well, I got on the train last year, so I didn't have to make the resolution. You know, I got on in the summer, and I haven't stopped. So I'm proud of myself for that, man.
Good.
Taking control of my life.
Good.
Hey, you know what else I did in this new year?
What's that?
First time for this. I canceled a subscription before it charged me, like a free trial subscription.
Oh man, I have to do those. I actually have a free trial of something that I need to cancel.
See, take control of your life, man. It's those little things.
Cheers to that, though.
Hey, this is a fun one, man.
Good.
Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy New Year, everybody. I mean, like I said, my thing and.
Gotta drink it.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
It's bad luck.
My thing to everybody out there listening and watching, if your goals are to own real estate, talk to us.
Yeah, that should definitely be one of your goals.
Yeah, actually, make it one of those.
I didn't say that, but that is one of my goals this year. I'm trying to get that HELOC.
Help
so I
as
can,
many people as you can.
Well, obviously, that's
help yourself.
That's a daily goal.
Absolutely. But again, I think that was it's a good start to the year. So I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody, and just continue to work hard.
Yeah, and finish off strong.
Start strong, finish strong.
Bye, guys.